Okay, so this week we are focusing on Chapter 7. This video discussion focuses on media and how adolescents spend their time and if that has affected that. In my opinion, I think that it absolutely has changed how adolescents spend their time. In what way? We can look at how years ago there really wasn't such thing as being completely surrounded by media. Nowadays we have at least one TV in one household, computers and internet access at home or at school, at libraries, everywhere. If we look at the statistics in the notes, more than 90% of American teens go online daily, and 25% report being online almost constantly. Most adolescents have their own smartphones, so they can easily access the internet. It also says the average adolescent spends 9 hours per day using media. Internet use has increased enormously over the last decade with more technological advancements and media advancements. Every year they come out with a new iPhone. Like technology is constantly evolving, constantly changing and innovating everything. So it also says that, in your opinion, has media made an impact that is negative or positive? I think both. Mostly negative in my opinion. But there are some positives that we absolutely cannot ignore. So for positives, we have increased access to information. We used to have to try to find a book or a history book or different articles, anything like that, to try to get information. Now we can just whip out a smartphone, pull up Safari, and get credible information that's been peer reviewed and has credible sources. Another one is social communication. So we can easily reach family and friends. We can easily reach professors. We can easily reach anybody in the world to get more information or to just spend quality time on the phone with our grandparents or our long distance friends. But this could also be negative as well, which I'll come back to. Another thing that I absolutely have to mention is increasing technological advancements in medicine and law enforcement. So this helps with diseases, medicine. Law enforcement uses digital media and everything to be able to search for kidnapped victims, or it helps catch suspects in crimes that we may not have been able to catch before. I know that doesn't necessarily deal with adolescents, but I feel like that's something that needs to be mentioned. Another thing is tracking devices. So that may sound a little creepy, but Life 360, for example, helps parents keep track of their adolescents and ensure their safety and make sure that they're going where they said they were going, making sure they're safe, seeing how fast they're going in cars, seeing if they also have crash detection to see if they've gotten in a wreck so that they can get help or go to their children. But negatives that I've seen in the notes, it takes away from sleep and physical activity, which can affect health in adolescents. Negative perspectives on sex based on too much exposure. Same with violence. Violence exposure is super prevalent in media that it's almost like adolescents are now numb to it, so it's kind of just normalized. Same with drugs. Drugs are normalized. Internet addiction is a huge thing that's not good for sure. And validation through internet status. A lot of people think that that's important to have as many likes on Instagram. To go back to social communication, though, that could be negative based on exposure to people that are trying to victimize or target adolescents or young children. It's very dangerous on the internet sometimes.